I am so excited today because we are here with a very special guest today. Everybody who is into creating something phenomenal and something like, thinking outside the box. Like if you start like dreaming big and you think like, can I have that castle? Peter is the person to go to because he has done just that. Welcome to another episode of our wonderful summit. We are so excited because so many new ideas get created here, and I hear from you guys. I see it in the group on Facebook, and I get all these emails back with like all these breakthroughs that you guys are having, and it's so beautiful to watch. So I want to give a warm welcome to our speaker today, Mr. Peter Gear, who will talk to us about the phenomenal business he's created. And I'll first give it to you, Peter. Hello, welcome.
Thank you very much, Lenka. It's been a while since we connected because of the whole world
Yes.
situation, but thank you for that warm welcome. Yeah, it's ever since I came to LA, the possibilities have really exploded. And as somebody who's always been on the path to be to try to achieve that financial freedom and be an entrepreneur, it's just been wonderful. I've learned so much along the way.
Yes, we met in what was it, 2017, I believe, through a
Yes.
leadership workshop. And yeah, so what I love about technology and about internet and about this whole online thing is that it connects us. So it doesn't matter if you're in LA, if you moved across the country like you did, if you're like, we could be wherever, like wherever, really, like in the world, and we get to connect and we get to do these projects and we get to work online, which comes really handy these days because, as you guys know, a lot of business is moving online right now. And it's not just because of COVID. I mean, COVID was a huge driving force behind that, but it's just the natural progress of how things are. We are doing work from our houses online, most of us. You just think of Amazon, right? Like everybody loves to shop on Amazon. What does it do to regular retail stores, even before COVID? They are going out of business, many of them, because of the convenience, because of the fast delivery, because of just like easy way to get what we want, right? From the comfort of our home. So think along these lines. We have in our audience, Peter, just so you know, there are a lot of people who are looking to get started online, and maybe they don't know how, maybe they don't even know what kind of business yet. So I would love for you to share, because your journey is so remarkable. It's just mind-blowing what you've achieved in such a short period of time. So if you could walk us through your background, who you were before you came to LA, before you even became an entrepreneur, what did you do? What's your background, and what made you decide to leave that and move into entrepreneurship?
Yeah, absolutely. So I came from a military background. I joined the military when I was 21 years old after my junior year of college, and got trained as a medic. And I went to Afghanistan in 2010. Came back, finished up my last year of college. Then I went to OCS, that's Officer Candidate School, to become an officer. And I'm still in the Army National Guard right now, but it is a part-time thing.
Yeah.
But I really didn't start my journey to being an entrepreneur until I came back from Afghanistan. So about 2011, when when I came back and I was like, okay, so what should I do now? But I do think the army really gave me some foundational tools that helped me to be successful. So even though I wasn't thinking like an entrepreneur when I joined the army, um, just the structure of doing the same thing every single day, like waking up at 5 o'clock a.m. or 4 o'clock a.m. and working out every single day, being on time and not being late, understanding that your friends next to you depend on you, so, like those are the things that that really gave me the tools to succeed when I was in the real world, back in the real world, trying to survive as an entrepreneur. I think those are the things that really gave me the tools. So I think that success is really a mindset, and some of the things that can help you stay on that path is the discipline and the determination, and understanding what your goals are and that you're going to achieve them no matter what. Like, you're just going to keep on trying and trying until you figure out how to get it to work. And besides that, you and I also went through some leadership training together. That's how we met.
Yeah.
And aside from just having the discipline that the Army taught me, um, the other part was having my mind opened up to the point where I was able to eliminate all limiting beliefs.
Mhm.
Because I remember just starting off, like my degree in college is in theology, so that's, studying the Bible. And so when I set out to be an entrepreneur, I definitely had some limiting beliefs. I was like, okay, I want to make some money in real estate, but I don't even know how to sell my house. And so, like, I don't know what a market cap is, and like I don't know any of these things. So I had these limiting beliefs. That's like, well, I can never be that person who can build this successfully. I have to, like, maybe join somebody else who knows what they're doing, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to do it. And just through the process of opening up my mind that way, I realized that I can learn anything. Like we're living in an age where you can learn anything on YouTube,
Yeah.
anything like, information is there. So to start my journey, I was on the East Coast. I came back from Afghanistan, and I wasn't a full entrepreneur yet. I had used a headhunting agency to help me find a job. So I was working at a factory, and I just came back from Afghanistan. And what I ended up doing is, I needed a place to live, because I was working at this factory. And I thought, okay, so instead of just like renting an apartment, I'm going to try to buy a house, but like a duplex or something like that, where I could live in one side and then rent out the other side. And that'll be the start of my journey to becoming an entrepreneur. Maybe I can use that income to help grow and stuff like that. And so that's what I did. And I found a house where it was completely separated, between the bottom floor and the top floor. And it was actually an even better scenario because it had a detached garage with two small apartments above that, about 600 square foot apartments each over the garage. And then the bottom floor was like 800 square feet, and then the top floor was like also 800 square feet. And so I
Mhm.
lived in the bottom, and then I rented out the top floor, and then the two apartments. And I was breaking even on what the mortgage was, which is a great scenario because you're paying down the mortgage, and you're getting more equity in your house, and it doesn't cost you anything. And so that's the way I started out. And about a year later, I got an offer, in San Francisco. Actually, I was making a YouTube channel on the side, um, and I had built myself up as a gaming personality for mobile games. So I had grown to 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, and somebody doing a startup company in San Francisco discovered my channel and asked me to be their community manager for their startup. So I was like, that sounds super cool.
Yeah.
So so I actually just picked up everything and moved to San Francisco in 2 weeks, and just left my house there. There was regular tenants in there, and started working at the startup. And it was while I was working at that startup, I had this problem of the quarter of the house that I was living in that I left. I couldn't get it filled for 6 months. I paid somebody, I'd paid like an agency almost $1,000 to run ads and try to get that filled, and I couldn't get it filled. And one of my coworkers at this startup company in San Francisco was like, "Well, have you tried Airbnb?" And I was like, "What's Airbnb?" So I think this is the kind of one of the aha moments. So I told you first, it wasn't until I came to the West Coast that I started to expand, but really it wasn't because of that you need to be in a place with a lot of people. Like you said, you can be anywhere in the world and work online. But I didn't know what Airbnb was, so it was just the exposure to all those ideas. So I think the number one thing for like aspiring people who want to build their own business or be an entrepreneur, go searching for those ideas. Because if I went and looked on Reddit or like blog forums and stuff like that, I would definitely find out some of these things, and I would have known what Airbnb was. I just happened to hear it from my coworker. So long story short, I had some pictures of the inside of my house, and I put on Airbnb, and within 6 hours, I was booked for the next 3 months, which was amazing to me because that agency was just local, and I was paying them $1,000 to try to get booked, and yet all I had to do was put it on Airbnb, and there was travelers from thousands of miles away that just were waiting for the opportunity to book something like that, and I was making double the rent I was asking for the existing business model that I had for the long-term tenants. So it just so happened that my house was at a crossroads of two big intersections. It was also 10 minutes away from a large hospital, so there was a lot of traveling nurses. And it was like in one of those corridors where anybody going northwest along the East Coast, along that road, there was just a lot of traffic. So it turned out it just so happened to be a good house for being able to do that type of stuff. And I just recently sold that house. That was my first investment. I just sold it this past November to somebody else who took up the torch, and they're Airbnb it as well. So that was kind of like my first discovery, which was that I all the information is at my fingertips. All it takes is looking for it, and there's so much information out there that you can learn to do whatever you want. Like everything about that entire business, I learned online and on blog posts, and I didn't have to pay for it either. That's the other thing. There's plenty of other courses that are like, hey, pay us $2,000 and we'll teach you all the secrets. And it's like, well, first of all, they like all those secrets are discoverable if you just know how to search the internet, and you know what you're looking for. And that's exactly what I did.
So
So
just to recap real quick, what I heard you say, and these are such a fantastic nuggets that you're giving us. I hope you guys are writing this down. I hope you are taking good notes, because what I heard Peter say was, number one, use the skills you already have. All your things that you picked up through school, through your former career, all that stuff that developed you and made you who you are today, use that to your advantage. Okay. Number two, what I heard is keep your eyes open and have your mind open and be on the lookout for things that might be a great opportunity. So don't be passive, be active in searching. Okay. Now, next, I'll tell you one thing about Peter, you guys. Do you want to know this? Peter is someone who knows, and he's got this special talent for spotting an opportunity and then going and fearlessly following that call. And that's what led you from real estate to your next chapter in your wonderful entrepreneurial life. And that is, tell us what
yeah,
that is.
that's
That's
cryptocurrency.
like mind blowing to me. It's like fantastic.
Yeah, so I built out that business a little bit. I had several other Airbnbs. I actually have a big a project going on right now in Colombia of all places, because it's a little bit harder to do the Airbnb model right now, especially in LA, because there's really heavy regulations. So I branched out and started doing it in other countries. So that's working out pretty well. But in 2017, I discovered something that would change my life, and that's cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And as soon as I discovered blockchain technology, I was enamored with it. And just to put it in a as simplest terms as possible, it's a way to be able to trust a system without having to trust anyone else. So, um, like if I were like banks, you have to trust that banks don't take your money. Now, usually they don't take your money, but because they're regulated and that type of thing. But they get to choose their own rates, and just the financial experience, if it, with investing in the financial system that we have here, is not very good. Like if I want to put money in a savings account, I get 0.06% interest per year, and yet if I want to get a college loan, they charge 6% for that loan. So there's a massive difference between what they offer and what they're actually making. And so cryptocurrency is a way where you just can cut all the middlemen out of the entire picture, and just have a system that the creators of that system can program it any way they want. And after they set that in motion, it is unchangeable, can't be hacked, can't be changed. They can't change the rules on you. And it's just frankly a better money and a better investment opportunity than I've seen in my entire life. Most people are now familiar with the term Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin uses that blockchain technology. It's a system of money that cannot be changed or altered. It's a immutable ledger that can't be hacked, and there's no big wigs at the banks or in the government saying, hey, we're gonna turn up the fees, or we're gonna stop giving you your money, because you're in control of your Bitcoin. You get to have your own private keys. So that blew my mind, and I love that technology. And so from that point forward, I started researching um, just how this stuff works, and I started looking for good opportunities, because Bitcoin's a great opportunity, and I still think it is a great opportunity, but it's very simple. And so I was looking for something that's imitated, like what bonds and certificates of deposits do, that just have a much better interest rate than what you see now with bonds having like a negative interest rate. So like I wanted something where I could invest in, and I could feel safe investing in that and just forgetting about it for years, because I know it is still gonna be there, and it's still gonna be earning me interest during the duration. Um, but I didn't find that for many years. From 2017 to early 2019, I was searching for this thing, and it didn't really exist. And the reason it didn't exist is because cryptocurrency is such a hot topic right now, and people are pouring so much money into cryptocurrency. You're not seeing a lot of cryptocurrencies being built to be sustainable and to last years and years. Instead, you're seeing many that are just cash grabs, which sure, they will go up in price, but they're not built in a sustainable way. The design is usually very greedy. It usually rewards the creators like way more than it's ever going to reward anybody who invests in it. And because of that they're not really sustainable. And since no one seems to be the wiser, like so many people just will invest because of a flashy website, or because someone told them that's a good investment. There really isn't enough education, enough knowledge to be able to stop this issue from happening. And so we had these things called ICOs, initial coin investments, which were mostly just cash grabs and scams. And you have a lot of cryptos that are coming out that are unsustainable. And so I realized there's a massive need for a cryptocurrency that is sustainable. And I ended up, long story short, I ended up creating one that is, it's a fair distribution. It's something that is backed by assets, which is not something that you see in other cryptocurrencies. So imagine like the U.S. dollar was backed by gold in the 1970s and before. That's the idea of what I did with my cryptocurrency. So mine is backed by Ethereum, which is the number two cryptocurrency as far as market cap. And it's something that has intrinsic value because in order to in order for you to create any cryptocurrency on Ethereum, you need Ethereum to be able to pay the gas fees and do transactions and stuff like that. So there's an intrinsic value that isn't going away as long as Ethereum exists. And so I chose to back my cryptocurrency with Ethereum. And then what I built on top of that is a way for you to lock up um, the cryptocurrency. Mine is called Wisedogen, to lock it up for a period of time, and during that period of time you're earning interest.
Yes.
So that's what I built. We just launched it this past December, so we've been live for a little over a month now. We have now over $200 million in liquidity on the exchanges. We have about 12,000 users right now, and lots of really exciting things in the pipeline. As well as the performance of the cryptocurrency itself has done really well. The people that invested a month ago are now in 300% profits because of the new users coming in. Now that's not to say that it's going to keep on doing that. This is like a long-term thing. So there was definitely a ton of excitement at the beginning, and this is something that you can be assured that the Ethereum that you put in, you're going to have that in the years to come. But it's not something that's like, oh, you can get rich overnight type of thing. That's not sustainable. So that's what I built. I'm super excited about it, and I have kind of tuned back all the other things I'm doing. Like I told you, I sold my house that was doing Airbnbs, and everything right now is focused on this because this is the first asset-backed crypto platform. It's a really easy way to teach people about crypto and to onboard the world to crypto. Our mission is to teach the 98% of people that don't own crypto about decentralized finance and show them how it works. And that is our mission. And we've already been able to onboard thousands of people that this is their first crypto, where they bought into Wisedogen as their first crypto and learned about decentralized finance as the first ever cryptocurrency they ever invested in.
That is, I'm like, wow, it's amazing. So you've created the platform, it's your company basically. So how do people find you? If someone wanted to talk to you about this, or if someone wanted to find out more, if someone wanted to start their own cryptocurrency account, how do they find you? Where do they go?
Sure. Yeah. So my website is wisetoken.net. So wisetoken.net is where you can learn about Wisedogen. And then on there is our Telegram link and our Discord link too. So we have a big Telegram community, a big Discord community as well. And that's where I hang out on a day-to-day basis. And so you can find, me there. And if you want to learn about the cryptocurrency, the website's really good. It's very informational. We've got our front page is very informational. We also have a white paper there too, and that'll explain everything about that. And also just coming into Telegram or coming into Discord is a great way to learn as well, because I have a whole group of 50 moderators that are all very knowledgeable. And these are just volunteers that love what I created with Wisedogen, and that have decided to donate their time to just educate other people and share their knowledge. So it's a wonderful community. I'd recommend anybody who wants to know more about cryptocurrency to come there. So just wisetoken.net, and all the social links are on there.
Thank you, Peter. This is great. And I know you have a gift for us, and I will not disclose what that is. You guys have to go to our Facebook group and you have to claim it there. You get to also receive it through email. So look for the link. Peter is giving away some really cool stuff. So in the closing, my dear, do you have any advice, like last words? What would you tell to someone who is just getting started, like one solid, advice that you would send them out into the world with to get started and get profitable online?
Sure. So let go of limiting beliefs is the central thing. Like you are going to be able to do anything as long as you as long as you don't have limiting beliefs. So that's what was holding me back. Once you let go of those limiting beliefs, you are open to be able to pursue any avenue that you want. So if you have a passion, or if you have something that you really love and that you want to pursue, if you if you are not there already, that is because of you as a person. So you need to find out what's holding you back and get out of your own way, before you can get that. Because if you have something that you're passionate about and you're not already there, well, then the problem isn't anything else besides you. There's something about you that's standing in your own way. So after I was able to get out of my own way, that's just opened the door to be able to pursue exactly what I loved.
Thank you. This is so important. And that's why we have so many coaches on this show, because everybody's focusing on a little bit a different thing that they coach. But you guys who are watching this show, you get to connect with anyone on this show. And if you resonate with someone, with their message or with what they're teaching, go ahead and reach out. I encourage you. This is fantastic. They will be happy to talk to you. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your journey with us today. And we wish you the best. Good luck to you. I know you're going to be mega successful in life. So I am really happy and grateful for you being here today.
Thank you so much, Lenka. It's been a pleasure.
Have a great one. Bye, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.